Hey guys, T2 out here, tightening survival. I'm out here with my buddy David. He swung by yesterday and we started discussing some get home options. I asked him if he would do an interview, and yeah, here we are. So, David, start us off with how you got into, I guess, prepping or at least emergency preparedness.
But it all started really back in high school, just like you, camping. I always had my bag ready to go. I always had a bag just loaded down with raviolis, had a sleeping bag, had a hammock, had something that stayed in my truck that was always ready to go. Over the years, as I've gotten older, as I've gotten kids, you know, stuff kind of gets moved out of the house and put in buildings and all, and over the time, my camping equipment has started to go missing. So here recently, through your videos and through some other survival videos, I've kind of gotten back into it and wanting to restart my bag, restart my equipment, pretty much starting from the ground up. Like I said, everything I've had has been misplaced or lost. So,
and like this food kit right here, he was telling me yesterday, you know, he carried it for his job, and it's got, I mean, the normal basic food in it, little freeze-dry food and dehydrated food. He didn't have a way to cook it. He was used to being in an apartment versus, you know, a get-home situation. Even though he's got stuff, is it any good? How good is it? Could he have walked home? I mean, you're not going to carry a tote this size walking down the street, right? Why is it so important for him to have a good get-home bag? Well, I mean, obviously, a good friend of mine, I want him to survive. But number two, if he can't get home, he can't get here. And this is the meetup location, I guess. Most of y'all's is bug out.
For
my house.
Just about every one of our groups.
So he's got to go home to his wife and kids first, and then he's got to come to me. Well, if he can't get to me, now I'm a man down. Now if I need to defend this place, or if we got to go somewhere else, now I'm a man down, and now I got to find out either a replacement, find out what happened to him.
Yesterday, what I came to you with was I had began to plan an LBE system 3-day survival kit just to get home. Just the essentials to make it home. Not a lot of creature comforts in it, just, you know, basic stuff. Through that, you and me have kind of been talking back and forth, right, and kind of came to the consensus that that's not the best idea.
Right.
One major thing is I have a giant K-bar on my side. If I'm walking in an urban environment and something has went wrong, a SHTF type moment, it's going to look really bad on me carrying that big knife, that military grade stuff. People are going to know that this might be somebody who's prepared. This person might have something I want. Kind of puts a big target on you where a backpack may not do so much. It's not as conspicuous, I guess.
Worst case scenario would be an EMP. You have to walk home 20, 30 miles. But what if it's just traffic jam, riots, whatever? Like he said, we live near Clemson University. Huge college campus, liberal professors everywhere. So he's walking around militaried out with a big old knife, kind of sets him off. And even though there might be an event going on, there's still going to be some sort of police security presence. Maybe not for long, maybe not for the entire duration, but at least for a little bit.
The basic layout I was going for is I have, like I said, this was the major decision factor on making the change, was the giant K-bar. I put it on here, you know, thought it was a great idea just for a get home situation. Then next I have pouch with the canteen and the metal canteen cup in here. If I could eliminate Sawyer Mini or the Life Straw, I was kind of in the thought process of doing away with that and just going to the tablets, because if I'm walking, I could put a tablet in this and it would purify my water in essence while I'm walking. But on this loadout, I don't really have another option for another water source. Then I have my little SOS butt pack here. It's got lights, fire starter, the little purified water, the food blocks, some ouchie and boo-boo type first aid stuff, basic stuff. And then I have my trauma kit, tourniquet, compression gauze, all of that. It was still a work in process when I came to T2 here about what I was thinking and what I was doing. Like he said, I have all this freeze-dried type foods, boil and add water type stuff. And that was one of the big things, was he pointed out, where can I store this on an LED loadout? It's kind of opened my eyes more into the, hey, this isn't the right idea for me.
His thought process, his idea was, well, I can just dump all the food into a bag, strap the LBE, and then march on. But if you're going to have a bag anyway, why not be conspicuous, right?
This is the bag we got. It's just one of the outdoor products from Walmart. Just got the molly strap attachments and everything.
Even though it is I mean, I guess militaristic with the Alice and the Molly on the outside. It's not like standing out
Like-
friggin' ACU'd camo with a K-bar knife on it.
And the other thing is this bag's from Walmart.
Yeah.
So anyone and
Can pick it
everyone has this bag.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thought process.
You know, David, you've got some real world experience from having to use your get home bag in a, I guess, less than life threatening situation.
Yes, like he had mentioned before, I was working out of town there for a good while. I'm talking hours away from home. There was an issue with one of my vehicles. It broke down on the side of the road, side of the interstate. Like you said, it's not a life-threatening, really, issue, but more of a comfort type situation.
A personal.
Yeah, a more personal type situation. When this happened, there just happened to be a storm blowing in. I was able to get to a rest area and kind of set up underneath one of their shelters. Thankfully, with some of the, I guess, camping knowledge I've had in the past, just always preparedness,
Yeah.
I managed to, I had a box like this filled with just crackers and stuff like that, just little snacks and stuff. It was about a 5-6 hour wait for somebody to come get me, and here I am sitting out in this storm. I had my food, I had me a bottle of water. I was in essence set. I was ready.
Yeah.
I was good to go for that 5 hours. If it had been a more dire situation, would I have been as prepared? That is one of the reasons I'm really looking more into getting a kit for that long haul, that 3 day to a week type period.
He's got 2 boys and a wife, so not necessarily just for him. If you're stuck on the side of the road, now you've got your wife and your kids to worry about. You got to keep them fed, keep them from dehydrating. You know, in a worst case scenario, if you've got to walk up a mile or two to the gas station or to a store or something to call somebody, you know, you got to think about that. We live in a backcountry area, so you could break down and people might not even know you're there for 3 or 4 days. So if you got to walk to the next house or the next town over or something, it can take you a while. We're going to take a trip down to Walmart, pick him up some gear. So whenever we get back, we will load up his with just some basic gear. Whenever he gets money, he can keep on adding more. So I'm going to help him out, get some gear, take y'all along for the ride. We're back from Walmart. Picked up a few items. David's going to go through them, and we're going to kind of explain why we got them. All this stuff cost us right at $70, but he's already got a bunch of stuff already. So he's got lighters, he's got plenty of knives. We put some trash bags in your kit yesterday, some 3 mil, 55 gallon drum liners. So we've got some stuff, but we just went ahead and picked up a little extra stuff. So David, if you want to start.
Sawyer Mini, and we bought the Smart water bottle to go along with it. I'm real excited about trying this out. I have not actually tried the Sawyers at all, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how it works. We also got some bleed stop to add to my first aid kit, just to help with more of the stopping blood flow. Energizer headlamp that has the red light, less visible, I guess is what I'm really getting at. Emergency blanket, tarp for shelter, a repel insect repellent, it's pocket size, something small to fit in your bag.
Stanley Adventure Cup set, they have changed out a little bit, but still the same cook set. Of course, you've got the lockable lid, you got the handle, and then inside you got the 2 nesting cups like normal. They have changed out the outside design. Also picked them up a little UCO switch. They come apart, right? So you got the spoon and the knife, you've got the fork. They come apart, you flip them. Now you've got an extended spoon to reach the bottom of the Mountain House, your MREs, whatever. So
okay.
A lot of people, you know. And these are only like $4 on Walmart.
Yeah, it was something like that, yeah.
The Mini, of course, for easy water filtration. Smart water bottle, you know, they go together. So now he's going to use his canteen cup as well. Now he's got 2 ways to boil water. He's also got 2 bottles to filter in it. Of course, he can filter into his military-style canteen, and then he can fill back up the bottle, put the lid on, rock on, whatever the case is.
Have essentially 2 quarts of water.
2 quarts, and then, of course, the Mini comes with the 16-ounce bag, the plunger, and then the drinking straw. Bug spray, we live in the South. It's hot. It sucks. Have bug spray. Quick Clot, the bleed stop. He's got a small medical kit. You've got a tourniquet. So at least this adds on to if he cuts his hand or something, he's not going to bleed out on his way home. Emergency blanket, self-explanatory. With the poncho, with the trash bags, with the emergency blanket, you know, it'll at least keep you alive. Good hand lamp, never hurts to have. Medium duty freaking Walmart tarp. It was like $4, 6 by 8 foot, so he can stay dry. Throw up a little shelter. He's gonna finish up building his little get home bag, and we're gonna be hopefully one day getting together whenever it cools down and just doing a mock drill almost.
Shakedown almost.
Shakedown mock drill. So yeah, hopefully y'all stay tuned for that. Let us know what you would add to this kit. Let us know what maybe you would minus, subtract, add, whatever the case is, and let us know how we did. All right, guys. T2 out.
Later, y'all.